got the 3 knees to the face.
These guys both thought that they were in Japan and they could just go strong style on.
Yep.
Legit hits. The very last knee, and I'm jumping, and I do have a review for this, but I'm jumping ahead. That very last knee that is probably the one that shattered Finn Balor's orbital bone or jaw or whatever. You can see it. And not only do you see it, and you're like, oh shit, that looks stiff. But Finn immediately fucking holds his jaw, and you're like, oh god damn. That is, woo!
Both men bled from the mouth during this match, even before that.
Oh, you got to rephrase that, Pasty. It's not that both men bled from the mouth. Both men fucking had blood spewing from the mouth. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I busted my lip and now there's blood coming down. It was like blood continued to come out.
Yeah.
In a good stream, it was like, and we're not going to get into it now, but let's just say that our injury report definitely focuses on this match an awful lot. They did not go away unscathed. Pasty, I put at the top of my notes, which I actually wrote this after the match, but I did put at the very top, I felt strong enough after the match, put this at the top. Holy hell, what a fucking match. That was the top of my notes. Teeth were lost, bodies were beaten, internal organs, I'm sure, were fucking bruised. This is probably one of the most physical matches you're ever going to see in a Vince McMahon-owned ring, obviously. And way better than Pasty or I could ever have predicted is exactly what I wrote.
Yeah.
Because we didn't. We thought it was like, what the fuck?
I feel like this match definitely checked every box for you. It started off slow with holds. It built up real slow. Honestly, by the time this match was over, I'm like, holy shit, they just went for an hour. And they didn't.
Right. They didn't even actually hit a half hour.
Yeah.
No, legit, this is everything I look for in a pro wrestling match. These two guys really they really brought it out, and I mean, basically O'Reilly, he proved he's a top guy to me. Or at least he proved I'll take that back. He proved he can be a top guy to me. I don't know yet that O'Reilly can pull this off
with anybody.
After takeover, and yes, with just anybody. So I will say that. But I also want to say I think Balor really proved to us that, the guy that you've seen on the main roster, I didn't lose the guy I was. That's what Vince wanted me to be. I'm still Finn Balor.
Hell yeah.
And he showed us the real Finn Balor here. And I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think I just said this last week or the week before, but this could be a match of the year contender. This is a match of the year contender.
Oh yeah.
This could be match of the year. I don't know. Whew. And let's talk about this, Pacey. It actually fucking progressed storylines because we had the Adam Cole beatdown afterwards that O'Reilly didn't save him from. With old man Ridge. And what's happening? Where was Strong? Where was Fish? Where were they when everything was happening? And is WWE gonna push Ridge Holland?
We'll find out in the injury report.
Yeah. I know I'm reading my notes and I kind of know the answer to that, but that's what I'm thinking when the show goes off the air. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I gave this an A+. I wanted to give it an A++. It actually, it's an A++. It deserves an A++. It's an A++. Sorry.
I'll let you do it.
That doesn't change my grade, but. So that brings us, Pasty, to what's the best match? We know what the best match of the night was.
Yeah, obviously. There's only one person on this card we're willing to fillet.
Yeah, You know,
Well,
I'll Conolangus both Io and Candice at the same time if they ask me to. So, and you know, I heard Dream might be willing to take some too. I don't know. No, honestly,
I like when wrestlers make me eat my words, though. That's definitely a thing.
I agree. It's not even like we're sour about it. I don't shit on people hoping that they do bad. I shit on people because of how I feel, and I want to be entertained. I went into this thinking that this was going to be the most disappointing match, and it turned out to be the best, and I fucking absolutely loved it. I was marking out the whole time. But I will say, with that being said, I thought that the Women's Championship match, when that was done, I thought that was going to be the best match of the night. Like, I was sold on that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, so awesome. Final grade, Pasty, I give it an A-.
I'm going to say it's a B. There's some damn good stuff on the show, but there was some matches that didn't captivate me.
Yeah, I respect that. So that puts us at about a B+ for the whole pay-per-view between the two of us, and that sounds about right. Definitely up from last week, or from last Takeover, I should say.
Definitely.
And that's good. If it had went down from then, we'd have problems.
Well, you need some good things this year, Fat Mac. It is 2020, and it's been a rough one.
Yeah, but Pasty, 2020, when you look at it through the kaleidoscope that is the Savage Sentinel, you get a fractured mirror of a reflection of shit.
Yeah, the darkness is real this week, but we're both suiting up in our finest waste management outfits, and we're about to take out the trash.
So, Pasty, we got a follow-up from last week, and we now have further information regarding the Twitch presence in WWE going forward.
Ooh.
WWE wrestlers are now being presented with new contracts that include Twitch streaming as a work obligation. They're forced to do this. In a similar situation to WWE Network show Ride Along, which seen what was once a normal leisure activity for wrestlers driving back and forth to where they need to go to become part of the job, where they had to be in character and be on and perform. And performers who choose to not stream, Pasty, could actually end up losing out on earnings. They could possibly be suspended, among other penalties, which could be worse.
So shitty. Way to take video games and make them not fun. Good job, Vince.
Yeah.
In related news, we now know that WWE is not just taking over talent's Twitch accounts, but also their Cameo accounts.
No way.
In a leaked document, we found out what the wrestlers are allegedly agreeing to when allowing WWE to take over talent's Cameo accounts. Talent affirmed that WWE is their authorized representative. Talent authorized Cameo to make all payments and any other compensations to WWE. Cameo will not be made a party in any dispute between the talent and WWE. And the authorization can be canceled at any time only if the account is canceled.
Wow. So all payments are going to WWE.
Yeah.
And they'll distribute to them as they see, I'm assuming. Oh, fuck.
So honestly, people should just stop watching wrestlers' Twitches, right? Because then they'll still get paid for streaming. Because that's WWE's thing now. But WWE won't make the money off of it.
Well, you know, Pasty, in an email from Vince McMahon to WWE Talent that has been leaked, Vince sends a not quite so friendly reminder about third-party deals with companies such as Twitch and Cameo. In fact, the email reads as follows. Quote, just a friendly reminder that this Friday, October 2nd, is the deadline for severing any unauthorized business relationships with third parties. As we mentioned in my September 3rd message, continued violation beyond this deadline will result in fines and may result in suspension or termination. If you need further details, please contact our EVP of Operations, Brad Bloom. Now, if the email about being suspended, terminated, and fined, and don't talk to me, talk to this guy, wasn't shitty enough, he follows it up with, thank you, Vince. Because he's such a nice guy, you know. Oh, what a good fella.
Nobody else is allowed to refer to by him as by his first name, though. Has to be
No.
Mr. McMahon.
No, but that's him being friendly. Because that was a very friendly email, Pasty.
I'm stripping you of your livelihood. Thank you.
What a shit fucker.
It's so shitty, and it's no wonder that, this week there was tweets by both Paige and Zelina Vega. They're looking into unionization.
A few wrestlers have actually started hashtagging that, and that's dangerous but good. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you don't care about being with WWE after this, that's probably your best way out.
Too right. Yeah, why not? And unionization could only help the entire pro wrestling industry because they're still to this day considered independent contractors when they're obviously not. And this is a huge, this is opening eyes to why they're not independent contractors and why that's a shitty title for them to have.
And also my thing here is with WWE owning their rights to Twitch and Cameo and all this stuff, what's to say if people are terminated that they're not allowed to have Twitches or Cameos going forward because WWE has the rights to their likeness in that account.
Right.
I could see WWE try to sue for even starting a second account, like not even trying to use it.
100% they would. They would definitely go for that.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Josue Romero, a legally blind man, filed a lawsuit on October 6th, 2020 against WWE with the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, on the ground that he feels WWE is denying equal access to its WWE shop website. And as such, a not adhering to the American Disability Act. The lawsuit notes several barriers on WWE's e-commerce website which do not comply.
So basically, they're just not they're not making their website accessible to blind folk. At least not to what e-commerce says is legally definable.
I'm going to invent a Braille phone and make millions.
I was at an apartment building the other day. We walked up to the apartment building, and I'm going to use a fake number, but it says A-23, and then I had Braille underneath it. And my son, he felt the Braille with his finger, and he said, "Dad, you know what this says?" I said, A-23. That's the real
You can
story.
read Braille without feeling it?
That's a real story. A-23. I said it all confident like that, too, like I was fucking cool. A-23.
Speaking of A-23, Fat Mac, I think it's time to check in with our favorite.
Oh, man. We got one of my favorites of all time is Alberto. I am in jail. I am in a jail cell as much as in a wrestling ring. El Patron. I believe that's his wrestling name. Because he was indicted on Thursday by a grand jury in San Antonio, Texas on charges of aggravated kidnapping. Now, those of you who follow Beefsticks Podcast will know that we reported back in May El Patron, whose real name is Jose Alberto Rodriguez Chacon, was arrested and charged with felony second-degree sexual assault and aggravated kidnapping after his victim claimed he, quote, slapped her across the head several